Okay, welcome back to a series I haven't done in 5 months. Yes, we are back to the Quintessential Quintuplets. Though, here's the thing. The last time I reviewed this series, I reviewed it with this microphone. Yeah, first time for this series, I reviewed it with this one. Yes, the new microphone I got a couple weeks ago after Christmas. Alright, T. Now, this one is basically talking about the 13th episode of the series, which is called Quite the Crappy Kyoto Quagmire. That's what the episode is called. And this episode covers chapters 33 to 35 of the Fetro flashback arc. Yeah, that's what this one covers. Yeah, most of this one is Feltro in the hospital for most of this episode, except for like the last. He doesn't actually leave the hospital, it's like literally halfway through it. Yeah, because there's a whole thing in it. So, basically, this is like gnawing after the championship arc, basically what the arc did in the previous season of the show. So, he's in the hospital recovering, and apparently all the girls basically were there too. So they came to visit him, and of course they're there. Also because they want to get vaccinated. Because of basically being sick from cold. Oh yeah, and they talk about how the room is actually paid for by the girl's father, who's also paying for his services as the tutor. And of course some people think that he is the illegitimate child of the hospital director. Yeah, he's just his daughter's tutors. His daughter's tutor. Yep. And I love the little bits they have in here. Basically you have Nana first show up first of the girls, and then the rest of them basically show up just to visit him. And later on, you have Isuka, who pops in and talks to him for a little while, and we actually have the flashback of basically what basically he was thinking about. We kind of see basically him, what looks like to be his sister. It's actually a few other people. I don't remember who these people are. So these are probably old friends of his, basically when he was a child. Of course, when he was younger, he was a punk. Now he's basically got black hair instead of blonde hair, and there's not piercing though. So he apparently swapped his dad's camera, this big hunking camera, which this camera is actually a real life camera. Cameras I've seen this exactly exist. I met real life photographers. I know real life photographers where they use this type of camera. It's a big camera and it's expensive. I think it's like about $500 this damn camera is. That's how much it is in US currency. I'm sure in Japanese currency it's a lot more. Yeah, it's one of the most expensive cameras anyone get their hands on. And he just takes random pictures. And this is a digital camera. And this flashback, like I said, 5 years of present day. That's what it looks like to me. I'm like, digital camera, like, wait. Like, I think that's possible, yes. But the thing is, series basically was coming out over the course of about several years. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, show that he basically was spotted taking a picture of a girl. Well, this one woman who happens to have pink hair, and she accuses him of basically taking her picture without her consent. He's like, "What the heck are you talking about, lady? I didn't take your picture." And he better bring the police over, like, last time I checked, taking a picture without someone's consent is not a crime. Might be a crime in Japan, but here in the US, no. You might basically get beat up for it, but a crime? Not really, no. You might get a suit for it, but a crime? Really? And the little girl with pink hair, like, I saw the whole thing, he's innocent. And then later on in this flashback, we see that she bought 5 prayer beads as, well, 5, basically for the siblings. Because at the time, basically, he has no siblings. And then we see he gets examined by another doctor, who basically says, yeah, he'll be discharged tomorrow, no problem. So, and then we see the girls basically back in the hospital, get vaccinated. And they're nervous, and later on, of course, that's when Isuka shows up to his room. And then eventually Isuka and I think this is supposed to be not Nano. It's one of the Air Sisters. I don't remember which one of this is. Also, apparently, I've gotten those as too. Is it just me, or is that basically Yasuro and Fruitsroll does the same thing with basically there's like a little bunny thing for his hair. I'm like, is it just me, or is the anime really hinting at the romance between him and Itsuko? I'm not going to reveal who, if he marries her. I'm not going to spoil the ending of the manga, because I don't know if the anime. I don't think the season will get that far. No, I don't think so. I mean, I'll discuss a little bit in a minute. So, basically, after he leaves the hospital, he comes by the girl's place again, because of course he does, and then he sees one of the sisters in a towel. It's like, what, deja vu? I see one of the girls in a towel, and like they toss aside basically this gift bag full of failed tests. All of them failed the test while he was in the hospital. So, first to figure who it is, and it's Isuka. No, Isuka. It's the one. It's one short pink hair. Yeah, she's the one basically after doing a quiz. I mean, he can't. Apparently, he cannot tell these women apart by their faces, but he can tell them apart by their handwriting. And apparently, there's a mole on them somehow, and that's them apart. And well, despite the fact they feel that, oh yeah, we still gotta study, and that's just the episode. It's quite interesting to say the least. I mean, nothing to talk about. I mean, I mainly got into this series because why not? But as for an opening episode for a second season show, it's not bad. It's just, well, it's a show. It's a slice of life type of series, but not as much as, let's say, Uzuki Shaman's Hangout. That I thought was pure fun. This okay. I mean, one of the best things that I like about this series is the animation. It looks so freaking gorgeous, and the fact this is actually very well done. Now, I should point out though about this season. Now, yes, this episode did air yesterday. Believe it or not, yes, it did. Now, you might think this is quite strange, but here's the thing. This show was originally supposed to start back in October, which was, believe it or not, the same time that Is It Wrong to Girls Dungeon Season 3 started. Yeah, that was originally supposed to start, but due to the pandemic, it was postponed until yesterday. Now, I want to get the name of the sisters right, because, well, I know Futuro basically is the... Let's see here. Yeah, so basically you still can't tell the women apart, which is going to become a gag later. The next week looks like it's a part one of a multi-part called The Seven Goodbyes, which is a arc in the actual manga. The arc itself is like 12 chapters. Actually, it was 13. I kind of wish they would cover the Labor Thanksgiving arc, which that comes next. Will they cover next? It's possible. I think they will. Yep. But it all depends on exactly what the show wants to do. Now, how far do I think the show will go for Season 2? My guess? Scrambled eggs. I think they're going to go that far. I mean, this episode, they covered roughly 3 episodes, so they'll probably just cover like they'll probably cover the Labor Thanksgiving arc and the first episode of Seven Goodbyes. Excuse me. Yes. That's basically how far that I think that the season will go to. Of course, it's my opinion matter. Yeah. So yeah, that's episode of you, and that's it video today. Tomorrow I'm see reviews for, because these shows are coming back tomorrow. One Piece, Boruto. In case you're curious though, is new chapter My Hero coming out tomorrow? No. They are delaying it until next week for some reason. Law of Black Clover, I don't know why, but I'd be so happy to get back to watching One Piece and watching Boruto. Especially since for Boruto, it's the start of the Vessel arc. The first official chapter was adapted for... They're adapting Chapter 16, which I'm so happy we're finally getting to that arc. Yep. And One Piece continuing adapting the Wano arc, and they just wrapped up Act 2. And I can't wait to see what they adapt next. It's going to be so exciting. Because I love One Piece. It's a great series. You're probably thinking, why am I not enthusiastic about this series as I am for others? Well, I think Quintessential Quintuplets is okay. There's not a lot of really big stuff happens in the series. It's mostly like a romantic comedy. That's basically the gist of it. Yeah, and also that I had to watch the episode subbed because there's no dub episode out yet. Which you're probably thinking, why is there a dub episode yet? I don't know. There might be one come out next week. It's possible. Because they apparently, for like a lot of series they're basically watching that were releasing dubs, they decided, despite the shows were coming back this week after a 1 week break, dubs would not come back for shows I'm watching, like Fire Force and You Should Have Differences. Yeah, next week, basically, like that. So, it looks like, though, starting next Friday, I'm going to be basically viewing, well, I think it's about 3 TV shows. Because it's Fire Force, this show, and Yoshima Half the Apprentice, and I think that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, it looks like Friday is going to be 3 shows. Saturday's still going to be 1, as far as I can tell, 1. Sunday is going to be 2. Monday's going to be 1. That's Attack on Titan. Tuesday is 1. Wednesday, I think, might turn like 1 or 2. And Thursday will be like the only day, basically, I actually have a free day when it comes to anime. Yeah, 1 free day. Thursday. Out of all days of the week, Thursday is the only day I'll have a single new anime coming out. Yeah, which that might change soon. Especially since, well, Fire Force only got 8 episodes left, so... Excuse me, I'll find out more later. Okay, so yeah. That's it, sick of you, and stay tuned for tomorrow. I have just One Piece and Boruto, and maybe, I don't know, it's a distinct possibility I might do my first review for superheroes. Okay, just in the video. Bye.